SDRs, AEs, I think the word grind has replaced frameworks and it's clouded what we need to be focusing on to make sure that we hit our goals and reach our targets and get promoted and become successful in sales. So what I've done is I've put together a little framework for all of you to use, a system, if you like, to take you back to basics. Because I tell you what, being an SDR isn't about. It isn't about making $150 a day, sending 50 plus emails a day, and just grinding mindlessly without using a strategy or a framework or having some sort of deliberate approach. So SDRs, if you're struggling and you're thinking, I need to get back to basics, I've forgotten what the basics even look like because every day someone's giving me different bits of information and I'm scrolling on LinkedIn and getting different bits of advice from different gurus and different sales trainers. Have a look at this framework. This one is for you. If I went back to day one as a business developer or an SDR, here's what I would drill into my head. Number one, stop pitching, start diagnosing. Bad reps sell features, top reps identify problems fast. What do I mean by this, guys? It means start pitching them everything that your tool does, all the shiny features, all the brilliant things that your tool can do. Instead, ask questions, right? Don't say we help teams streamline workflows. Say, how are you currently coping with X, Y, and Z inefficiency? You can even start with, I've worked with ABC company. They were struggling with this very common problem we're finding right now in the industry. How are you currently coping with it? Be the rep who finds leaks, not the one who talks about tools. Okay, number two, master the power intro. The first 10 seconds of your call decide your fate. It's true. Pattern interrupt plus promise plus permission. Now, the other day I mentioned pattern interrupts, like, can I take 27 seconds of your time, have been overused. So keep it simple, but find one that works for you. Here's an example. Hey, Jake, I know you weren't expecting this call. I'll be super brief. I help SaaS teams like yours fix the one part of their outbound that always leaks meetings. Mind if I ask you a quick question? Super straightforward. You're telling them, listen, addressing the obvious, I know you weren't expecting this call. I'm going to be super brief as a result, which is a value add in itself, being super brief, considering A, they're very busy, B, you've caught them off guard. And then you're giving them a promise, right? So there's the pattern interrupt. I'll be super brief because you weren't expecting my call. Here's the promise. I help SaaS teams like yours fix the one part of their outbound that always leaks meetings. And then you ask for permission. Do you mind if I ask you a quick question? This intro books meetings, but find your own. You may want to use this. You may want to use a slight different one. Follow that recipe. Pattern interrupt plus promise plus permission. The 3 Ps. Right. Number 3, simplify your call framework. You don't need 10 talk tracks. Guys, you literally just need one system that you can run with your eyes closed. You'll be able to do it in your sleep, or you should be able to do it in your sleep. If you can't, practice it, okay? Open, hook, probe, close. That's it, all right? So what are we doing with the open? We're going to grab attention. Hey, I know I caught you off guard. I'll be super brief, right? Or a different pattern interrupt. Hook, give them a reason to listen. Make it as specific as possible to them. If you can outline a competitor you've just been working with, that adds credibility quick. That will hook them in. That will give them a reason to listen. If then you can follow up by solving a problem that you're pretty sure them, along with all the other people within the vertical in the industry, are dealing with, that gives them a further reason to keep listening. So you want to create a strong hook. The stronger the hook, the more chance you won't lose your prospect. And then you want to probe, uncover pain or resistance, ask questions. I know X, Y, and Z were dealing with ABC inefficiency. It's quite a common problem at the moment right now. I'm really curious. How are you guys dealing with that currently? Find out their current process. Find out if they're experiencing the same problems. Maybe they're not dealing with the pain. Oh, that's interesting. How comes? Do you mind me asking, what is it that you're doing different to everyone else that I've been speaking to? Dig, dig, dig. If you can't help them, then you know you've got to move on. But you don't know until you dig. And then close. Call to action. Ask for the next call. Ask for the meeting, referral, something, right? John, look, I know I've called you out of the blue and I don't want to take up too much of your time here, but from what you've told me, I think we could have a super interesting conversation. I'd love to learn a little bit more. Plus, I'd like to tell you a bit more about how we're helping companies exactly like yourself solve the exact problem you just told me about. For that, we'd need around 20 minutes. Does that sound doable? Great. Let's book you in for next week. Are you around Tuesday, or does Wednesday afternoon work better for you? Get them booked in. Remember, don't come off the call without anything. Yes, you want the meeting, but actually maybe they haven't got time to talk and you haven't uncovered enough there. You don't know if you can help them. Then ask for a call. Look, I'd love to continue the conversation. I know I've called you out the blue. From what you're telling me, I think it'd be worthwhile to at least explore it for another 5 minutes on another call. Are you around later this afternoon, or does tomorrow morning work better for you? Worst case scenario, you're getting absolutely nowhere. You've pushed. You don't think you can help them. Absolutely fine. Look, thank you so much. Before I jump, I don't know if you would be able to help me out here, but I'm speaking to X, Y, and Z businesses, obviously similar business to yourself. If there's anyone that you can think of, I don't want to be too cheeky here, but if you could refer them, we do have a referral scheme. Happy to put you through that. X, Y, and Z details to follow. Whatever. Get a referral. Ask for it. If you don't ask, you don't get. Get something. Because if you spend 5-10 minutes with someone, get something from them in return. Work backwards from your top goal and then have a backup and have a plan C and have a plan D. And you want to repeat this process until it becomes second nature. Now, number 4, follow-up equals your secret weapon. Guys, most SDRs give up after 1 or 2 tries. In fact, most give up after 1. I'll be honest. I've spoken to plenty, I know. That is why they stay in the SDR cycle and they bounce around from job to job and they never get promoted. I once booked a meeting after 14 separate touch points. Why? Because every follow-up had value, not just checking in BS. Now, the value add can be as small or as large as you like, right? It can just be a small value add. Hey, we just brought on X, Y, and Z, and they're going through a similar onboarding. It reminded me of yours because I know you're increasing your headcount. I'm just sending you the framework. Have a look at it in your own time. Value add, yeah? A value add can be as simple as we've just brought on a certain client and they're a couple of steps further down the line from when you and I spoke, and you mentioned about the hiring process and the difficulty they had as a result of increasing their headcount so quickly. Their customer success team struggled with X, Y, and Z problem. Here's what they struggled with. I thought it'd be useful for you. Simple value adds. It doesn't have to be 14 huge value adds. They can be minor. They can be small. Just let them add up. All right. You can also try this. Saw your post about hiring. Curious how outbound supports that, right? Here's a quick loom showing you how we fix this for ABC competitor. Be relevant. The whole point is adding value and be super relevant to what they're doing right now. They're focused on what they're doing. They're not focused on what you're doing. They don't care about your outcomes. Yeah. So you need to care about their outcomes, because if you care about their outcomes, that in turn will take care of your outcomes. So quick recap. You don't need to be the best. Just be consistent with the right stuff. Stop changing your script every day if you're using a script, right? Find what works and hammer it. Yeah. If you like the intro, hey, Jake, I know you weren't expecting this call. I'll be super brief. I help X, Y, and Z perform or achieve ABC. Do you mind if I ask you a quick question? Whatever you want to use, yeah? Hey, Jake, my name's Neil. We've not actually spoken before, but Jake, I am working with your peers in X, Y, and Z vertical. That's actually how I came across your details. Was hoping to ask you a couple of questions if you've got a sec. Whatever your pattern interrupt is, acknowledge that you've called them out of the blue. Acknowledge that you know that they're busy. Acknowledge that you know you've interrupted them and that you're going to be super brief as a result. And please ask for permission, because it's rude otherwise, and it'll just get people's back up and they will bring their walls right up and you'll be off that call before you know it. All right. Number 2, follow-up is not optional. It's not annoying. It's necessary. Your prospect is busy, not rude. Stay in their world. That's what we're talking about, right? Be helpful, be memorable, add value. And number 3, mindset plus skill set equals promotion. Guys, you can't grind your way towards the AE role, or if you're an AE, towards a senior AE role. You need frameworks. You need confidence. You need coaching. Now, you either take these frameworks and be diligent with yourself and coach yourself, but even then, you may want an extra pair of eyes over your work. So if you're serious, I can help you get there. I'm offering one-to-one coaching at the moment. Slots are limited. Consultation link is in the description below. Click on it, book your free consultation with me today, and let's see if I can actually help you going forward. Right, guys, that's it for another week. I hope you enjoyed it. Take the lessons that you can from there, apply it, implement what you can, okay? Because we're into Q4. This is the moment where you need to, yes, drive towards getting to your year target, or as close as you can if you're miles off, or exceeding it if you're close. And then using that as a springboard for 2026, because the market is still very, very tough. And that's showing no signs of changing just because it's going to be January 2026 in a couple of months. Okay. You need to carry momentum into next year. I've done a bit on Q4 survival frameworks that you can implement now and continue it into the new year. That was on the previous pod. If you want to have a look, visit the channel now. And of course, guys, if you like the video, please like it. It helps me reach more people, as I said before. And please subscribe so you don't miss the next video and the next training sessions for yourself. And if you want to see more of me, click on this video right here, and I will see you guys in there.